Summertime and believing it's easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. All right. Awesome. Oh, I love this. This is the beauty of these kind of events. Things are happening right here, right now, and we just go with it. Go with the flow, take it all in, and just have an amazing time and have fun. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, you know what? We had this little intro, and let's just kick off the event with this. I'm going to say welcome one more time to all of you. Appreciate the fact that you're here tonight. Also giving you a heads up, the event is recorded, but being a webinar type of format, you are not going to be able to join with the camera. So you're safe over there. Just the panelists are the ones that are being recorded. And a few announcements that I want to make right now. So it happened, it wasn't planned, but so it happened that the big game of tonight is happening right at this time, Romania versus Slovakia. So when we found out, we realized, oh my goodness, our event is really same day, same hour with the game. What are we gonna do? How can we make up for that? Because we really appreciate you being here and taking that time from there to be with us. And we're gonna pretty much give you updates if anything happens. We're going to let you know live right here, right now, so you don't feel like you're missing out on that. Another event, and this is for the Romanians that are here with us today. Today is the day of our Romanian flag, and it's a celebration for all the Romanians everywhere, the entire country, and everybody who feels a little bit Romanian, maybe knows somebody that's Romanian, or I don't know, heard about Romania and it's here and watches this this recording at one point. Yes, today, the 26th of June, is Romania's National Flag Day. With that said, this is the third event of the Mindset Bloom webinar series. It's a series that we started 3 months ago. Thanks to our partners, which is coaching partners, Ada Ditrich, Mindset Coach, and Mind Getter. We started this to offer something that we think is really, really valuable. It was conceived as a journey for whoever wants to show up. It's a 6-month webinar series. It ends in September, and this is the third one that you are participating at. The recordings for the other two, you can find them on our YouTube channel, Sun Media Shine, and also on the website, on the event page on our website. Now, I have a question for you. How do you feel between, let's say, 1 to 5? What's the energy level that you came in here with? Just put it in the chat real quick for us, so we know, kind of gauge where you at. 5. Wow. Fireworks. Awesome. Love that. 5. That's amazing. Thank you. Let's see, who else? 3. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, well, until you guys put all those numbers in there, I have a surprise for you. Well, we have multiple surprises here. The energy here. Oh yeah, I know, right, Stefana? Excuse me, I am battling a little cold. We have some challenges for you during our event, and the first one is we have a little contest. Together with the speakers that are going to be present here tonight, which I'm going to introduce here in just a moment, we decided to make some changes, like some wardrobe changes, just kind of to test your presence during our event for 1 hour. And we really want to keep it within 1 hour. If we go over a little bit, please forgive us. We're going to have some wardrobe changes, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Later on, you're going to know when. We're going to ask you what those wardrobe changes were. And the person who gets the answer the quickest in the chat will be the winner of something. And you'll find out later what that is. So just keep in mind, 3 wardrobe changes. Each one of us will have 1. Let's see how that's going to work. Well, with no further ado, I'm going to invite the speakers of this evening, dear friends and dear coaches, Ada Ditrich and Ionuț Iliuță. Please join me on screen.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Hi, dears. Hi. How are you guys? Ada, how are you this evening?
Oh, thank you, Deeya. I'm good. I'm really excited to be here and very happy about this. And I want to thank everybody that joined us tonight and offering us their time, our most precious gift, our time. So thank you very much for being here with us. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. It's my first time in a webinar. So bear with me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Ionuț, how are you?
Yeah, so I'm really good. I'm really happy that I'm here with you, and it's an honor to join this webinar. I'm a little bit surprised about your singing. I knew that you sing, but I didn't know that you sing so well. So it's a nice surprise for me.
Thank you. That's why I said things are just happening and we just go with it. Why not? Even if I wasn't that good of a singer, to let you know, I would have sang something, whatever it was. I would have just.
I just feel the good vibe in the chat and everyone's presence. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, here we are. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for taking this challenge as well. And Ada, from here on, you were amazing. It is from here on, it's just gonna get easier and easier and easier. It's gonna be massive, massive change for you. We're going to start with some questions for you guys because we're here for a reason, right? We're here to talk about our mindset. And lots of people have lots of questions. Some people know some stuff about coaching, about mindset coaching. Other people don't know things. So the question that I have, Ionuț, for you, what is a coach in your opinion? How would you describe a coach in your opinion?
So a coach in general for me is it's a person that provides guidance, support to help individuals or groups maybe improve their skills, their performance, and overall development maybe in a specific area. They play a crucial role in motivation in inspiring people and facilitating growth and learning, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's just one of the definitions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. If you allow me, I want to challenge you a little bit just to make it more clear for our audience. Let's say a soccer coach, right? We have the big game tonight. So let's take the soccer coach that coaches our team as an example. I don't know who he is, by the way. No clue. I'm not a fan of sports, but a soccer coach and versus a mindset coach. What are the differences between these two? They're both coaches.
Okay, yeah, very interesting question. Our coach is called Eduard Iordanescu, just for general knowledge. And here in Europe, we usually call it football coaching. We call the sport football.
Yeah.
And we do have a joke here that says something like, okay, it's not called soccer because you don't play it with your socks.
Oh.
You play it with your feet. So that's why it's called football. Yeah.
That's true.
Coming back to your question, I would say that let's take your example, football coaches. are in charge of the technical skills of the players, the tactical knowledge, the physical condition. This is, in general, the attributes of a sports coach. When we talk about a coach in our branch, let's call them a mindset coach. On the other hand, he focuses on the mental, on the emotional aspects of a person's development. That's the difference. The coach in a sport, he focuses on the outside world. The coaches that are, let's call them mindset coaches, they focuses on the inside world, mostly the emotions, mostly the mental aspects of a person.
Okay, I'm gonna push you a bit further if you allow me. So,
Sure.
Eduard Iordanescu, right? Did I say that right?
Yeah, Iordanescu, yeah.
Iordanescu. All right. So he tells his team what to do. You're gonna run whatever, 5 kilometers. You're gonna do 100 push-ups. You're gonna pass the ball 30, 100,000 times. He tells them what to do. Does a mindset coach do the same?
No. So the mindset coach does not impose some limits. He does not impose different tactical ways or training ways. The coach is there for guidance, but an indirect guidance, let's call it like that. Because in fact, the person that chooses to work with a coach is trying to discover himself more. So the coach brings maybe to the table some exercises that could help, but in fact, it's the decision of the client. It's the decision of the person that comes to the coach, what he wants to do, what he wants to challenge is, what he wants to maybe change, and it's his responsibility also. The coach cannot impose. So usually the client brings a lot to the table, and it's about his internal aspects that he wants to maybe make a change or maybe discover more. Maybe if you're talking about a football player, maybe he wants, okay, I do these things in training, but when I'm on the field, I get nervous. How do I execute them as I do in training? Those are the things that we talk about.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
We are coaches, right? All three of us over here, we are coaches, and we juggle with a lot of clients. On top of that, we have our lives outside of being coaches. Ada, I want to ask you, how do you do that? What are the areas you juggle with, for example? I can tell you I'm juggling a 5-people family, including myself, a company, and an artistic side, which you guys heard a little bit of tonight. Thank you for the prompt again. But it's a lot. It's a lot to juggle around in this one lifetime. How do you do it? What are those areas of yours?
I think like most of us, I'm juggling daily with 4 or 5 roles. Maybe I'm the mother, maybe I'm the CFO, maybe I'm the coach, maybe I'm the girlfriend or sister, and so on and so forth. Juggling with all this may seem a little scarier, but what coaching did for me is that I learned that each and every one of these roles has a different set of skills, for example, and a different set of behaviors. So it feels different because we were talking about emotions also. So I think that understanding what you need to do in each of these roles is crucial. So I cannot be the CFO at home because I think my kid will leave home if I'm the CFO at home and I act like the CFO there. And because we are talking about metamorphosis, take coaching for instance. Maybe the coach is the butterfly, because in a coaching session you need to bring your best self to the table, so so that you can create a safe space, maybe just like the cocoon for the caterpillar to grow into a beautiful butterfly. I think this context of coaching, the safe context of coaching, allows people to grow, to discover what they have inside. We have so much potential and so much strength and magic inside of us, but we need the right context to put that on the table. So in this cocoon, it's a safe space where you can do that.
Thank you. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful way of presenting this. There's stories, there's always stories, things are happening. And when you have clients, you're so focused sometimes, you're there, you're present there. You're present there for your client, you're with your client all the way through. Do accidents happen? Did anything like that happen? Ionuț, let me get you here on this one. Do you have anything from any of your sessions? Did anything stood out that's out of the norm?
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the challenge. So I do remember one session very, very clearly, and it's one of the funniest experience that I ever had in my career. I did tell this story before, and probably some of our guests know this story. But it's about the day I was meeting a new client. I noticed my vision was a bit off, but I quickly put my contact lenses rushing to the office. During this session, my vision remained blurry. I didn't know what was that about, you know. To compensate, I leaned forward and maintained eye contact, nodding often. The client seemed very reassured, let's say it like that, by my apparent concentration, even though I was struggling with my eyes. So I didn't see very well. At the end of the session, everything was good. He expressed his gratitude for my focus, attention, and he left. I was really questioning myself, and I discovered at the end of the session, after he left, that my contact lenses were reversed. So I put my right hand, my right eye to my left eye, let's call it like that, yeah? My left contact to my right eye. And it was crazy. I laughed a lot at that realization, and today I still double check my contact lenses, often finding myself laughing about that memory. Yeah, it was crazy.
Lesson learned, lesson learned. I'm sure you will, from now, you're
Absolutely.
always going to make sure you have the right on the right and the left on the left. Well, for the client it was perfect because you were very focused. You were right there.
That was also my surprise because the client seemed very, very happy. So I didn't understand what was going on, but I was trying to be really concentrated to him. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good story. Thank you for that, Ionuț. That's really, really funny. Wow. And did you think about afterwards if there was anything that the client would have thought or think or anything like that, or no? Did he ever say anything to you after that?
He never told me anything about this experience, so probably I did saw it bigger than it was. I did felt it bigger than it was, and I tried to learn from that. I tried to learn, okay, if the client was so happy with that session, what can I bring in my everyday practice? So maybe the things that I show in a session, the concentration that I can show in a session can be improved. So it was a lesson at both ends, but it was a funny lesson. Yeah, I still remember that day, and I still remember that session every time I put my contact lenses on. So I double check because I'm afraid it could be okay, but maybe it's not. So I double check.
Nice. Excuse me. Nice one. Here's another thing that comes to me. We're people, we're human. And coaching, at least for me, it did impact my life in a certain way, and things happened without me really planning them. They were like a snowball effect, and they just happened. Ada, I'm curious for you. What was the impact once you took knowledge of the coaching world? How did you start it? What was the first contact?
And that's a funny story also for me. I took first contact with coaching during the COVID, where all the internet was filled with webinars and things like that. It was a huge opportunity for growth. I see it now. I am very grateful for the COVID from this perspective, because I started on a new road. And at first, coaching seemed to me very intrusive and aggressive for the client. That was because I didn't want to look in the mirror. That's the hardest thing, because in coaching, we turn the mirror to the client. So we can see what we don't like, what we want to change, maybe what we like and we want to keep, and things like that. Yeah, so from this perspective, it had a great impact on my life. From the mindset perspective, I think that there are four big things that happened for me. First of all, I got out of the victim mindset. I used to think that very sorry for myself, and I used to think that things are happening to me and there's nothing I can do about this. And yeah, in coaching, I got rid of all this because I started seeing that I'm responsible for this. So everything that's happening to me, I create somehow by my behavior in my relationships, and so on and so forth. So I cannot blame anybody else. I need to own my story and my life. Second, I learned about control, things I can control and I cannot control. So that saved a lot of energy and suffering, because I didn't waste any time on what I cannot control. So if there's something I can do in a certain situation, I do it. If not, I just let it go and not focus on it anymore. The third thing, dealing with emotions, emotions. Like I had at the beginning of our webinar, fear and shame and things like that. I learned to identify them and to work with them, because as the coin has two sides, you can do this with your emotion also. I used to cover them in chocolate or ice cream, so that didn't go so well for me. When I started working with them and see what I can learn from these emotions, what I can do to make sure that they don't control me, I work with them. So maybe for example, like this webinar, for me to lower my fear, okay, I prepared a lot. I read, I studied, I worked with a coach also, because the coach needs a coach. So I believe I can safely say that all of us are doing this, working with a coach. And the fourth thing, but not the last, I discovered my true passion. So this is coaching. This makes my heart sing, and it brings me great joy, connecting with people, working with people, and creating a growth environment, an empowering environment for the people I work with. So that's how coaching impacted my life.
Wow.
In a few words.
In a few words.
Yeah.
But here's where I come in. We know,
okay.
Myself and Ionuț, we know you have a son. The audience doesn't, but now they do. We know that you have a
Yeah.
son. How did coaching impacted your relationship with him?
Okay. First of all, communication, because I learned to listen. And I learned that kids are saying exactly what they need if the adults listen. That is the most important thing. It changed my relationship to the better with him. We're still working on it. It's a work in progress, like always. I'm learning, he's learning, we're growing together. But I think the exercises had a real impact on him. For example, he had a big exam. He is 10, and he had a big exam at the beginning of this month. And we worked on some visualization exercises, visualization of our fear, our stress, our anxiety, and so on and so forth. This is very big with kids because they can maybe pick an object and they can say, okay, this is my anxiety, this is my fear. I'll give it to you, mommy, to hold on to until the exam. And after that, if I need it, I'll take it back.
Yeah.
And this is just an example. Also, a very good example to work with kids is the interior clinic. So the kids are visual, and when you ask them to draw something or to imagine something, they're very visual, and this diminishes their emotions. So yeah, it had a very great impact on all my relationships because first of all, started listening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen to that, sister. How they say back home in the United States, which by the way, I don't think I even mentioned that I actually live there. It just happens that I'm in Romania now. Well, that happens. We've planned it on here, but yes, I live in USA for the past 17 years. I've been there. And I came home to my beautiful, lovely country that I still love and I try to keep close. Just a little longer, a little longer, a little longer. Ada, thank you for that. That's very touchy. That's very emotional. I know the importance of the relationship for parents with children. I have my own. I have 3 beautiful girls. And communication, it's a really, really struggle for a lot of us, a lot of us. And if I were to just declare myself here for a moment, that improved for me as well, communication with my children. They're younger than your son, but it helps. It helps just to listen. Even if I don't know what to tell them, I just listen.
Yeah. You're
And
just there. You're present. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just there. Ionuț, who knows, maybe one day.
Yeah. I'm here with you and I do feel it, but I don't understand it completely as I don't have a child yet.
Mhm.
But I do work with people that have children, and sometimes it's a struggle, sometimes it's a blessing. So it really depends how you want to see it and how you take this challenge with your relationship, any kind of relationship.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ada, you mentioned exercises. And for our lovely audience, those of you who've been to the previous 2 events that we've had, each event, we have an exercise that we introduce. And we have one for you today as well. But until I get there, I just want to encourage you, if you have any questions, if you have anything to say, Marius, thank you for the message in the chat. Please use the chat with confidence. We see Stefana's there, and I want to give a big shout out to her. She is my partner, and she's here to help and to support us. She's the person you don't see, but trust me, you feel all those hearts and all those emojis. She's all heart and soul, so she's here to support all of us and help us out. Please use the chat. Any questions that come up to you, anything that you want to say, go right ahead. We're going to have a Q&A slot reserved at the end as well, where we're going to address the questions. But don't be shy. We're here together. We're humans. We make mistakes. Oh, well, life goes on, and it is beautiful. Publicity ended. Exercise. Here's where I love these. I'm gonna do this. I'm getting ready for business when I do this. Here's where the things become interesting. We are going to ask you, those in the audience, because we need a volunteer for this exercise. And I'm gonna kindly ask one of you, whoever would like to join us up on the stage. All you have to do is raise your hand, and first come, first served. Nobody's gonna do nothing. It's gonna be a very fun thing. We're gonna tell you about it once you're up here with us. But we do need one of you just to make it awesome, you know? Let's see. Until you decide, until we see somebody raising their hand over there, I also want to tell you that we do have 2 more events in the Mindset Bloom webinar series, one for July, one for August. And in September, the final session is a celebratory session. Stefana's going to put the link with the whole schedule in the chat for you. Thank you, honey. You read my mind. I know you did. So please check it out and see if you're interested in the next 2 events that we have. And let's see, anybody at all. It's going to be fun. Oh, Janina, we got a winner. Let's see. Wonderful, wonderful. Janina, I did mention at the beginning. Hello. Do you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Hello, Janina.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you too.
I did mention at the beginning of the webinar that it's a recorded session, and I wanna, oh, let's see, did I lost you?
No, I'm here.
You're here, okay. I did mention it's a recorded session, and I wanna ask your permission to also see you. We will need to see you if it's at all possible.
Oh, that will be funny. Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
that's possible.
She's so
Okay.
lovely.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Oh,
Just
take your time.
let me check my setup here. I don't know how much. Let's see, but yeah, let me open the camera because I don't know how to use the Zoom platform, but I will make it, I hope.
You will, I'm sure you will. We believe in you, Janina.
Thank you, but I'm not sure if I'm able to open the camera. I don't know how to. It doesn't appear to turn on my camera. So
Okay, let's see. I sent you an invitation, promoted you to panelist. Let's see now. Do you see any changes now?
yes, now it's working. Okay.
Perfect.
Hi.
We can see.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Well, thank you again for having the courage to show up with us here on the stage. Tell us 2 words about you, if you don't mind.
Ooh. Okay. I'm Janina. I'm Ada's friend and ex-coaches. And yeah, I'm happy to be here, based in Timișoara. I'm 31 years old, married, no children, so not watching football, soccer, and not knowing Eddie Ordănescu, and not singing.
That's awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, here's the thing. I'm actually going to leave you with Ada. Ada's going to conduct the exercise with you. Yes. And I'm going to wish both of you luck. Myself and Ionuț, we're going to retire. We're going to see you in July. She's going to explain to you everything that you need to know.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Looking forward.
Oh, us too.
Hi, Janina. Thank you for joining us tonight. So,
Thank you.
because we have to do the disclaimer, I used to work with Janina in coaching, but what I am going to do tonight, we didn't work in any session. And it's a surprise because it's not an exercise. We're going to play tonight. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to give Janina a break. And I'm gonna ask you to choose from a butterfly, caterpillar, or maybe a vulture, because we are talking about metamorphosis, okay? So these all are beings that do not speak. So you are gonna be the voice of one of these beings. So you're gonna have to choose what you want to be.
So butterfly, caterpillar, and
Eagle.
eagle. Okay.
Eagle, yeah.
Eagle.
Okay. So the setting is like this. We are going to interview the eagle. We are going to leave Janina to go and do something else, or maybe just rest. And we are going to interview the eagle. You're gonna be its voice. Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what is your name, dear Mr. Eagle?
Igor.
Can you say that again, please?
Igor.
Igor. Oh, very nice to meet you, Igor. Welcome to our stage, and thank you for accepting the interview. So where are you from, Igor?
I'm from the clouds.
Okay. How is it up there?
Perfect. I can see anyone.
Okay. And
And
what
to
else you
have
can
this,
see?
to have this amazing view, the helicopter view and overview. I can
Okay.
see anything.
What do you see right now in this moment?
The New York.
Okay. That's nice, Igor.
A lot
Thank you for that.
of buildings, small buildings, and yeah, a beautiful view. A city.
What's the time there?
I don't know, evening.
So I think that our audience is curious. Is there anyone with you there?
No one.
Do you have any friends, Igor?
A lot. But they are not with me right now.
And what do you think they would say about you?
That I'm amazing.
And what else?
And I do have this super extra power to understand anything what I'm looking for, and understanding what I'm this helicopter overview, and yeah.
So I'm very curious about that. What is the most amazing thing that you understood being up there in the clouds with this overview?
Sometimes it's perfect to take a step back and look look to the overall picture. Maybe it will give you a bit another understanding of each situation, and yeah.
Is there anything you are looking for, Igor?
Wood.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
that was coming to my mind.
It's okay. It's okay. What kind of food?
Some, I don't know, rabbits.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel when you eat the rabbits?
As an eagle, very good. Tasty.
Okay. Okay. So I think you are very powerful, isn't it so?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, I am.
And other times?
I'm good enough. Good enough.
Okay. For whom you are good enough?
For everyone.
Oh,
And
who is everyone?
my friends, whom is there with me in clouds, family, and yeah, all of them.
But I remember you told me at the beginning of the interview that you are alone.
Yeah, I was alone, but and I'm still alone right now in this moment.
Okay.
But except this moment, I'm not all the time alone. Each one has the own cloud.
Okay. How do you feel when you are alone?
Good. Good. Relaxed.
And how do you feel when you are in the company of the ones you mentioned earlier?
Safe.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything you are afraid of, Igor?
Falling down.
Okay. From up there in the clouds where you are right now,
Yes.
what would happen if you fall down?
I will die.
But I thought that eagles could fly very high and also very low.
Yes. I don't know. This is what I believe it will happen if the eagle will fall down like that. Will die.
But in what kind of circumstances could you be falling down, Igor?
Being sick? I don't know. So some health issues.
Is there anything else you are afraid of, Igor?
Nope.
Okay, that's very good. Because we are closing in our interview, and I'm sure that everybody is very curious. Could you please tell us one thing that nobody knows about you, Igor? So we're gonna make a big disclosure right now.
I'm also sensitive. I don't know if it's the right English word.
Tell me more about this.
Sensitive, like like sensitive. That do not have another word. And I care about myself and rest of the eagles. Eagles.
Eagle family. Okay.
Yeah.
So I asked you to tell us the thing that nobody knows about you. So this is it for you.
Right now, right now, yeah.
Okay. What's the reason that nobody knows about you? This thing that you are very sensitive and you care a lot.
I don't know. Well, hard one. I don't let them know.
Okay. What would happen if they knew?
It will make me feel vulnerable.
And if you feel vulnerable, what happens?
To be very honest, nothing.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to share with us tonight?
No.
Okay. So Igor, thank you very much for participating in our interview. I'm gonna ask you to go back up in the clouds and please let Janina come back to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Janina, thank you for agreeing to play with me tonight. This was the first part of our game. And for the second part, I'm gonna ask my colleague Ionuț to join us. Thank you, Ionuț. And he's gonna take over the second part so that we unravel what we just did together, Janina. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello again, Janina, and thank you so much for our opening about Igor. It was nice to meet him, and I did learn a lot about this special eagle that joined us tonight. I want to ask you if you feel comfortable, and we can proceed with some questions that are related strictly to you, to Janina, not to Igor. So Igor is far away. Okay, perfect. I wanted to ask you, what did you feel throughout this exercise? You, Janina, not Igor.
I don't know how to put it in words, but it was strange thinking and thinking about some imagination, some not realistic person or bird, or and thinking on how he could do, and because actually it somehow came so natural to think about yourself and talk about yourself, and it's hard to
Okay, as we are talking about yourself, about Janina, I did find out that Igor loved to eat rabbits. What is your favorite meal?
My favorite meal. Actually, I just discovered that I do have different favorite meals considering the weather outside. So right now, because it's super hot outside, I was eating in the last week, I believe, only cheese and tomatoes, and except this, I love pasta.
Okay, very nice choices of meals. I wanted to ask you, what do you think that your strengths are? In general, you're
I
talking
can
about.
adapt very easy to different people typologies, and I can talk with anyone, and yeah, I do believe this is one of.
Okay. What are your fears?
Oh, I just, yeah, a lot. To not be alone, to not stay alone, to not die, to not be sick, to not become sick, to not, yeah, a lot of fears I do have in general.
Okay. What are the connections that you see between yourself and Igor, for example?
All of them are there.
Okay. Because I did notice when Igor was talking that he told us that he's afraid of not falling.
Yes, and not falling, but the fear behind not falling is the fear not to die.
Okay.
So I do have them all.
So we did perceive here some connections between yourself and Igor. What are the differences between yourself and Igor?
I would like to believe that I do have a bit more brain than Igor.
Okay.
And yeah, and I can analyze and reflect to the situations and to have this logical thinking.
If we use your metaphor, how can you avoid falling?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm also super control freak. So yeah, I don't know how to deal with that.
Okay. What do you feel that are your limits as we are talking about a situation like this?
Can you give me an example? Limits like, I don't know. I don't believe that I do have any kind of limits, to be very honest. Sky is the limit, so no,
Okay.
I don't think. But it must somehow or accept one who means it should somehow be logic in my head and to understand the situation in any kind of to move forward. Otherwise, I will be there until it will click my mind.
Okay. Thank you so much for opening up about yourself and opening about Igor. I think, as you said, that sky is the limit, and probably you didn't choose Igor just like that. Probably an eagle is a good symbol for yourself. So thank you once again for this exercise that you joined us and for opening up. It's actually great to see someone that is so sincere with himself. I would like to invite back Deeea, Andreea, so she can tell us how we should proceed with our night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Janina. It was great.
You're wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for having the courage to be here with us. And I
Thank
hope you enjoyed it. I hope you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very, very nice and interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mwah.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to call Ada back here with us to have her join us back again.
I'm gonna ask you to start my camera
Oh,
because I cannot do it. Okay, thank you.
thank you. So until Ada comes back online, Ionuț, I'm gonna ask you real quick. We saw the exercise. The audience was able to witness live this whole process. What are the benefits of this kind of an exercise for a client?
So we did notice some essential things there from Janina. What I love about this exercise is the fact that it gives you the chance to depersonalize yourself. I mean, to be maybe more sincere with things that you don't like to talk about, but in a careful way. You choose your personality, let's tell it like that. You choose your character. It can be an eagle, it can be any type of maybe a butterfly, any type of animal or being. And it's much easier to talk about a being that does not have the ability to speak. You speak for that being. And it's easier to reach out inside and give your emotions the speech that maybe they want to have. So it's easier for each of us to do this exercise, and it's easier to speak about our emotions when it's let's say it under protection.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for explaining that. It's amazing how much you can find about oneself when you put the words in somebody, not somebody, something else's mouth. You speak through another being that doesn't have a voice. How does it sound? What does it feel? What does it eat? Rabbits, we found out. That's amazing. Actually,
Yeah, yeah.
rabbit stew. I don't know if you guys had rabbit stew, but my dad makes rabbit stew so good. And I know you're thinking about Bambi, maybe some of you. I apologize to those, but I don't. Bambi tastes delicious to me.
And I just want to add that although the exercise was a little short in this version, because it usually takes up to an hour,
Yes.
I was impressed that Janina made a lot of connections in the short time. So she was a wonderful guest. So I really enjoyed the way she interacted with Ada, and afterwards how she made the connections between the character and herself.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, yes, indeed. Actually, if I remember correctly, Ada referred to the exercise as playtime.
Yeah.
Playtime. So let's play a little bit after this interaction. Again, congratulations, Jenny and I, and thank you for having the courage to join us and coming up on the stage with us. All right. Well, if you all remember at the beginning of our webinar, I mentioned that we're going to play, and we did. And that during this time, we are going to play with our appearance. And we are going to remove each one of us one item that we had before. And now is the time to see who is the person that will guess them. Now, don't jump into the chat yet. Oh, that was fast.
That was quick, yeah.
She was on point. She was on point. Janina, you are a beautiful human being and a lovely person. Now, here's the catch of this, because the person who would guess all this, believe it or not, will get a full hour with one of these two beautiful coaches to do this exercise again. How do you feel about that? Maybe not an eagle this time. Maybe something else. Let us know in the chat real quick if you can, if you're able to. So this was actually the prize that we had on the table for the person who lets us know, and you are correct. I had the hat, Ionuț had the tissue, and the ring was on Ada's finger and is no longer there. Well, in this case, congratulations. What can I say? Round of applause. 1 full hour. You can pick either Ada again, or you can take a chance with Ionuț to do the whole thing. It's up to you. You can let us know afterwards. You don't have to tell us right now. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. That was really fast. Oh, here we go. Things are getting very, very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I let someone else? Absolutely, you can. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Well, you know what? You know, blind dating. You've heard about blind dating. Let's do that, but in this version. So how about you pick a person from the list and you choose whoever you want to gift this exercise, this full hour of exercise to. And you can let us know in the chat, that way everybody knows. And I think it's fair for everyone. Your choice, your call. We're going to be patient. You know, I don't have drums like. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, that is true. That is very true. Well, until you decide who you want to pick, Stefana, you cannot see the audience. Okay, this is interesting. Well, then we're going to make it a little bit more interesting. I can see the audience. We, the panelists, can. And I can tell you that are 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people beside you. Pick 7. Pick 7. Okay, 7. Number 7. Who I am. Who I see number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is Marius Shield. I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly. If I don't, I apologize.
You said it correctly.
I did.
Yeah, you said it correctly. Yeah, you
Correct.
did.
All right. Well, there you go, Marius. Congratulations for that.
And Marius was quite active in the chat, so
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Marius.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Marius, you can let us know afterwards. We'll find out. You can send us an email, send us a text, or we'll figure out a way to get you to one of these 2 coaches. It's gonna be your pick, but congratulations again for getting this, for receiving this wonderful gift. Woohoo! Awesome, awesome. Well, here we got to the Q&A part, and I do want to mention that we are past the hour mark, and I do apologize. Please be patient a little bit longer with us. I hope we're not holding you too much from what you have planned for today, but we'll try to keep it brief. Stefana will keep us posted with what's happening in the game. So I see the scores so far. I think it's 1 for Slovakia and none for us, if I'm correct. I don't know if anything changed in the meantime, but she's gonna be there. Well, here are the questions. We had one in the chat, and I have a few more privately that reached me out. And first one that I want to address is Camelia. She put it a bit up, and she actually is a question for all 3 of us, but I'm going to ask one of you to respond to that. And I'm going to actually ask you, Ionuț, if you don't mind.
Sure.
From the point of view of coaching, what does mistake mean?
Okay, so I saw Camelia's question in the chat, and I did think about it. So if we think in general what a mistake means, it can mean something like failure or setback, something like that, if we maybe Google a general definition. But in coaching, we don't use this term, and mistake, you can't mistake in coaching. When you are a client, everything that goes through your mind can be an option. And let's call it mistake, okay? Mistake is viewed as a learning opportunity, not a failure, not a setback. It can represent an experience from which you can gain maybe valuable insights. You can grow, you can develop and improve, because you are looking at what are the things that do not work for you. It's not a mistake, it's just your perception that it's a mistake. It's just a thing that is not suitable for yourself. And if you want to change that, coaching is the way, and you have the power to do those adjustments. So a mistake is not a mistake anymore. It's just a learning point. That's my view over it. Yeah, I can challenge you both. What is your version of mistake in coaching? Let's start with you there.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get off easy. Slide it to me, please. Oh, you first, me after. Mistake. I don't like the word mistake, to be honest with you. That's the first thing that I'm feeling, and that's the first thing that comes to me. And I like to say to myself, I don't make mistakes. I don't. I just do things that I have to do in order to get something or to get somewhere or to achieve something. If I say mistake, it gives me a guilt feeling. And I don't like feeling guilty. I don't want to feel guilt. Guilt is like poison, you know, it little drops and drops and drops and drops and drops inside you that grow, and nobody else is affected but you. So I don't want to use that one. I don't want to use that word. Some people think, oh, what are you talking about? What does that mean? It's just the way I view things. I don't make mistakes. I do things, I say things, I eat things I don't like, but that doesn't mean that's a mistake that I took it, I put it in my mouth and ate it. I just did it to see how it feels. So right now, this is what's coming out of me.
Mm-hmm. Very nice, yeah. Let's go to Ada.
I don't believe in mistakes. It took me a very long time to get this out of my system. I do believe in doing the very best you can with what you know at that point. You make something that didn't work out well. Okay, how can you do it better? How can you improve it? Can help you. So I think this is coaching one-on-one, and I changed my perspective over things like this, like the word mistake or the word should. In Romanian, we say trebuie, and it kind of scratches my ears when I hear this word, because it's like somebody else enforces it on you. So you have to do this thing. Why do I have to do this thing? I will do this thing if I want to. If not, I will not do it. So it's the same with the mistake. I did the very best I could at that point. The important thing is to grow, to go one step forward. So there is a quote that I really love. Anything that doesn't grow dies. So I think it's the same for us. We get richer and richer with our experiences and with the things we do. You can say it's a mistake and stay there. Okay, I failed. I'm not doing anything about it. I'm staying in that frozen state. Or, okay, this didn't work out so good. So what's next? Let's take a step forward. This is my view over mistakes.
Wow. 3 coaches, 3 views. Love this. Love this. Here's the next question that I have. Let's say I'm a client, right? Why would I choose a coach and not a therapist? For you, Ada, actually.
Wow, this is kind of a good question. So I'm gonna maybe talk from my own experience, because I did both. But I was in therapy when I couldn't handle my anxiety. I had panic attacks, maybe not daily, but maybe oh my God, I'm getting in that state of panic attacks. I don't want to go there. So I was in therapy because I couldn't handle it. I was not okay. I had to do something about it, to analyze, to see where this all comes from and understand it. But there was a point when I had all this on my table and I was just asking myself, hey, what to do next? What to do next? And that was when I discovered coaching, which was the way for me to move forward, go in action, right? Not to stay and analyze, okay, I understood, I got it, I have this and this and this. Okay, these are all in the past. What am I doing now? So I think this is a basic difference between therapy and coaching. Therapy is about the past, okay, analyzing, understanding, and so on and so forth. And coaching is about present and future. So in coaching, we do not diagnose or treat mental issues. This is not something we do. We talk about plans, objectives, and the way to get to where you want to go. And also in coaching, the focus is on the client. So we are working with what the client wants. In therapy, it's about what the therapist wants. It's a more structured way. They have their tools and so on and so forth. So it's not really about the client, but the issues that the therapists see there. But in coaching, our focus is the client. Anything you wanna bring to the table is good. It's not good or bad. It's good because it comes from you, and we work with that forward. So yeah, I think this is a very personal choice for everyone. We cannot give advice. We can only share our own experience. But for me also, I did for some time, a short period of time, therapy and coaching also. So only to see how I feel, how it works for me, and how it turns out. So yeah,
Thank you for that personal
I'm
share.
gonna stop.
Thank you. Thank you for the personal share. Thank you. That was very eye-opening, and maybe some of our audience related to what you said. To keep it kind of in the same ballpark, I have a question for you, Ionuț.
Yeah.
Why should I choose a mindset coach versus a different kind of coach? I don't know, a business coach, a well-being, there's so many niches out there. If you search on a Google, that some of them I haven't even heard of. Why would I choose a mindset coach instead of all the other ones?
Okay, very interesting question. So I'm gonna make a good reference to what Ada said earlier. Coaching is coaching, as we don't give advice and we don't do consulting, for example, or training. It's not that important the name before the coaching services, because I'm gonna tell you a big secret, a very well-guarded secret in the coaching industry. Coaching is coaching. So we coach people, we don't coach their profession. We can coach maybe a manager, a dentist, also a Formula One driver, a football player, if we are talking about the example tonight. Yeah. So for me, it's a better option to choose a coach that has a wider type of clients. Because if you specialize in just one type of client, you will not grow very much as a coach. You will be limited to the, let's say, the typology of that client, of that profession. Let's call it like that. Yeah. So for me, coaching is coaching. Yeah, we do attach ourselves some names before coach, but that's only so the clients find themselves or identify themselves easier with us. But for me, an experienced coach can handle any type of client, because we don't give advices we do our profession well, and we coach the person, not the job, not the profession.
That's very well said. We don't need to be experts in the client's profession because we have no business knowing that. We coach them.
Probably a client that is searching for something very specific for his industry or his job can better have this service from a mentor or maybe a trainer, somebody that knows very well the industry, very well his job. So that's not coaching. That's a different area, and probably the client is searching for something else, not for coaching.
Gotcha. Well, here comes Stefana has one in the chat for us. And I know you see it, but I'm going to read it out loud for the rest of them, just to make sure everybody gets it. And I'm going to address it to you, Ada. What do I do, or how do I deal with the fact that I want to be in a specific way, but I do not take the steps because I am afraid of who I will become?
So Stefana is asking what she needs to do. Okay. So I cannot answer that question for her because I don't know. I'm not in her shoes. I don't know her values, her beliefs. I don't know her experience. And even if I knew, I still cannot give advice about this. What I can say is that this can be explored in coaching. A blockage like this can be explored in coaching to see what is the thing, or maybe there are some beliefs there that keep her in this state. This is one perspective. Another perspective is maybe it's not really what you think right now you have to do. It's not really what you want to do. So I don't know. There are perspectives and perspectives. We cannot say for sure, Stefana, this is the recipe, you should apply it and everything will be okay. But we can explore it. And in coaching, this is what I love about coaching. People like Stefana get their own recipe. So when you get your own recipe, that's fire. You're like a rocket taking off because it's aligned with who you are, what you believe in. You won't have this question, why? Why doesn't it work? Why don't I do things? You just do them.
Okay. I actually have a question that's coming out of me that is related more towards the end of her question. But I do not take the steps because I am afraid of who I will become. And the question I have is, who will you become?
Exactly.
Yeah, if I just can add a little bit of detail from my perspective. This question is a very complex one, and it does have two parts, exactly as Ada mentioned and as Deeea mentioned. The fact that I want to be in a specific way, this sounds like, okay, I want to change the way I am because I admire a different person, or I want to be like someone else. And the second part is I'm afraid of who I will become. There are different stages in changing. So maybe the client that has a question like this is in a pre-contemplation stage. I don't know. But there's not a specific recipe for anything, as Ada mentioned. If you want to be in a way, you can also challenge that way. You can make that change, but in your specific way. Let's call it like that, yeah. Because if you admire a person, but you don't like some flaws of that person, you don't have to copy everything from that person that you admire. you can make your own recipe up. That's the beauty of the Italian cuisine. Everybody is very traditional with it, but the Americans, I know that they add some pineapple to the pizza and they love it. So I'm all about doing your recipe as it suits yourself and your tastes. Let's call it like that, yeah.
Very true, very true. Don't bring up food though, because I think we're going to get to the point where you say food and everybody's like, oh, do I feel something in there? Yeah, maybe I should munch on something. Dinner's probably done or getting ready to be done. Awesome. Ionuț, thank you. Ada, thank you. And I thank myself too. Why not? I contributed to this as well.
Thank you, Deeea, for creating this environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, you made all of this happen, so we thank you.
All right. Well, these are the questions that we have for tonight, and you guys were amazing to be patient with us all this time. Please do not open the Pandora box of questions. I know, Gabriela.
No, we stopped. We stopped.
We stopped. And also thank you all that you didn't bombard us with everything, because we would have been here all night just answering questions. If it's something that you truly, really, really want to ask, where you're going to receive a follow-up email, and you're going to be able to address it at that point, and we for sure we will find that. Well, we're getting close to wrapping up here, and we're not going to go just like that, boom, 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 and gone. Since we talked about all these things at the beginning of the webinar, I asked you guys, what's your energy level at that point? And you each had, some of you were top on. Let's put that question one more time. After this hour, how do you feel energy-wise? How do you feel? Feel better? You feel worse? I don't know, maybe the game influenced the mood a bit. Who knows? Whatever that there can be, just let it flow. Okay, we have an improvement. Camelia, I remember it was a 3, so now it's a 4. 5 from Madu, Stefana 5, Janina 6. Oh my God.
Okay.
Widen the scale, I guess. 8 from you.
Oh my God. Thank you, Julia.
It's getting better and better. You guys are amazing. Thank you. We're happy that you're feeling that, and we're happy that we are able to influence that energy level, even just a little bit, for you, to make you get you out of your routines and out of your regular stuff, and have you here with us, present with us, to feel us, to hear us, and to participate with us in this event. What's going to follow is a short series of Powell. Thank you. 8. Wonderful. A short list of links, and Stefana's gonna put them in the chat here as I speak. She's gonna put in the chat the link for our website, Energy Plus One. Thank you. Yes. Where you can find the next 2 webinars. The 4th and the 5th, and then the celebratory 6th one. The next one following up, it's very interesting as well. It's called Embracing Fear. And we're going to have a lovely psychologist from Canada that's going to join us for that event. And we're going to dissect fear. We're going to embrace fear. We're going to do whatever we want to do with it and put it out in the open and see what comes out of that. And the following one, it's called The Kaleidoscope of Truth. That's a very interesting one. We're going to talk about perceptions, the multitude of perceptions that we all have and we all share. Each one of us is an individual with its own mind, its own way of viewing things, its own filters based on events and things that happen in his life. So we're going to talk to someone about that, a real estate expert actually, who deals with an array of people from all kinds of walks of life. And we're going to get his input on how he deals with that. And the 6th one is a celebratory event in September, where all the speakers are going to be present in one webinar. Everybody is welcome to join, absolutely. And we're going to go over this whole entire series. Just click a glass of champagne and put a little bow on it. Also, we have a little thing that's going to come in, which is this event, we didn't put a price on it at the beginning. And the reason we didn't do that for you to join us is because we wanted to let you to come in and give you the option of contributing if you want. And this is truly, fully if you want. If you feel that the value that you received in this hour and a half, yes, we crossed the mark, so feel free to cut it back on that if you like. But if you feel like you gained something out of it, if you learned something more, if it brought anything else over extra that you already had in your baggage and you would like to contribute, we do invite you to do that. Stefana put the link in the chat for you. And we want to let you take your time. You don't have to do it now. You're going to get all these links in a follow-up email and you're going to be able to do all these steps. Take your time, digest, and truly, fully put in balance your expectations and the values that you got out of this event compared to your own set of values. Man, I need a little bit of water after that. And here we are. We are done. Before we go, I want to invite each one of our speakers to say a few words. Ada, please. You know how it says ladies first, beauties after.
Yeah. Of course. I'm used to this. I work a lot with Ionuț. I just want to say a very big thank you for each and everyone who took from their time and their schedule to come with us tonight. I truly hope that you took at least one small thing from us tonight, and maybe see a little bit of the joy, the beauty, and the magic that is in all of us, and try to discover it a little bit more. So very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And actually, Ada, before I go to the beauty of this evening, you jolted something in my memory. We have a participation gift. You mentioned the word gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Read the back of the head.
Yeah.
We have a participation gift for everybody who's here tonight. We actually have two. And Stefana, she's going to do the honor to put them in there. I hope you enjoy it. One of them is a workbook. Participation gift, you're going to see some offers that we have. Sun Media Shine has a few offers in there for you and from our coaches as well. And the workbook is a series of 8 exercises that you can actually do to put in action and to take steps towards the dreams that you want to achieve. Ionuț, please.
Yeah. So after that introduction, I should not miss. Thank you so much, everyone, for tonight. It really was a pleasure for me. It was a blast, and we did have a lot of emotions from ourselves, from the participants. I want to thank you because you chose us tonight, and you didn't choose the match. That was a great option also. But I want to thank you that you chose yourself. So for tonight, it was a cozy night, maybe, but you chose to maybe see something different, maybe to have a moment of inspiration. I don't know. For me, it was a great night, and it was nice to see all of you. Even though I saw you in the chat, I did feel your energy, your level of energy, and it was very great for me. I think that for my colleagues as well. And I can't wait to have the next opportunity to see you, all of you, maybe in live, and to work together, maybe. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ionuț. Thank you, Ionuț. I also want to tell everyone, please follow us on our socials to keep up to date with everything that we're doing and everything these two people are putting up. Coaches Connect. It's a wonderful concept. It's a wonderful project. And I wish you all the success in it. Follow everything that they're putting out there, all their content. It's very, very, very valuable. This webinar, the recording of it, it's going to be published on our YouTube channel, Sun Media Shine, and also you're going to receive a copy of it in the follow-up email. Live update, 1-1 and pouring rain on the field. I guess in Germany is really, really giving it all. I don't know if this is good, this is bad. Real quick, Ionuț, you're more into this to qualify ourselves. Should we worry? Should we be happy? Where should we be?
We're great at this point, so we are qualifying at this score. We are qualified. It's perfect.
Awesome. Well, that's more cause to celebration then. We're closing the session with this. I think that's all that we need to know. Guys, thank you, everybody that attended tonight. Thank you so very much for being here. Love you all. Love you too. Ada, Ionuț, we'll keep in touch, and we are always here. Thank you. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening.